This training video will provide startup instructions for new teachers at Horry County Education Center using the online learning platform Edgenuity. Let's begin with logging in by clicking the login button. Being as you are an educator, you would click Educator Login. This requires a username and password. Your username will be the credentials for your Horry County Schools email address as the username, and the password will be your district password. Input this information and click Login. Now that we're logged in, we'll begin with viewing our students. This is done by selecting students on the quick navigations and select Manage Students. Here you will see every student enrolled in the school. Don't worry, you will not have to navigate them all but one time. Click Manage User Groups. Here you can create the groups you will have. I would suggest creating a group for each class that you teach. You can see the groups that I have already created. Click Add New Group and name the group based on the class. This can use whichever naming convention easiest for you. Here I will name this as a test group and click Save. You will see at the bottom I now have my test group. Now all we need to do is click on Active, and this is all of the students that are active in the school at this time. All you need to do at this point would be to select the students that would be in the particular class that you're working with. Select the check boxes, click Add to Groups. In this case, I'm going to select Test Group and make sure to click the plus sign. Now your students have been added. I do want to caution you that as you go through the list and you select your students, you can see we have multiple pages. If you navigate from page to page, it does not remember your check boxes. So you can only do one page at a time. Once you have your students put in, come back and select the home button. Now, once you selected the home button, you can select the dashboard. This is going to be your home base. This is where you will view all of the students that are in your particular groups. Again, you do not have to navigate all of them at one time. That was the purpose of setting up our groups. If you select Group, it gives you the option to view whichever group that you're looking at. In our case, we're going to look at the test group and click Apply. Once you get to this point, you will see all of those students that you selected in this group. You will see all the classes that they're enrolled in. At this point, you would look for your particular class. If in this particular case, if I were an English 2 teacher, this is the area that I would be looking at. Here you can monitor student progress, start dates, target dates, and review notices. There are 3 review notices to be familiar with. If we go to one of my other classes, you will see here we've got a red exclamation point. This means that the student has already maxed out their 2 attempts on a quiz, test, or unit test. Given our school policy, it is important to understand that once they have maxed out, the only way that you can award them a retake is if they have already taken notes. If you click on the red exclamation point, you see it gives you options to review, to add retakes, to score it. You can email the student, and to cancel. If you click Review, it brings up the course schedule. In this case, it is a quiz, and it will show the attempts that have been made. If a score does not show up for the second attempt, that means that the second attempt has not been completed yet. If a score shows up for both attempts, this means that if you provide the student with a retake, you can click Add Retake, enter the number 1 as they are only allowed 1 retake, and then click Submit. Now, if we go back to our home screen, go back into the dashboard, and this particular group, you also see the yellow notepad. The yellow notepad means that you have to review an open-ended assignment. So what you would do is click Review, and where it says pending, that means that it needs to be graded. And you can click on the assignment, and again scroll to the bottom. Here is the assignment, and you click View. This gives you the document that has been submitted for grading. You can click Open the document, grade it, and input the score here, clicking Submit Score. You also have the option to give feedback on the assignment, letting the student know what they did correctly, what they did incorrectly, to hopefully allow for a better learning situation for this particular assignment. The last one that we need to look at is the orange exclamation point. So if we change groups, I believe I have one of those in 4th block. The orange exclamation point means that the student has reached an assessment, usually a unit or cumulative quiz or test that has to be unlocked. Now you are given the option to review it or to unlock it. The best scenario here will be to review it and go back to the test review and scroll down to review their scores. If you feel that they have done well enough, you can navigate back to the dashboard, click the exclamation point, and click Unlock. If you feel that they have not met adequate progress, you can click the test review and click Reset Activity. Resetting the activity gives the student another chance to redo the activity and hopefully meet better success the second time around. While in the dashboard, you will notice that the dashboard provides a lot of data for your students. It provides their current grade, which is listed as the overall grade. It provides their start date, the target date, which is mostly set for the end of the quarter, the first grade that they received, the last grade that they have received, the number of days since they were last logged in, their target completion. The target completion is based on their target date, and the program adds percentages every day based on the number of assignments that they need to complete to reach their target completion. To monitor student progress, click Students, Manage User Groups, and again we'll go back to our test group, and you will see you've got navigation buttons here. This one gives you a list of the courses. This one gives you their progress for their courses, that same progress report that we just looked at. And these are the main two buttons that you will primarily be using while managing your students on Edgenuity. If you run into problems or have further questions, please consult your instructional coach.